Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, whether you're tuning in on the radio dial in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM. We welcome you. Or through one of our online affiliates around the world. We're glad to have all of you with us as well. As you all know, we've been playing a great song this week from our Artist of the Week After 7 here on Conversations Live. This song is called Too Late. We're real excited to welcome the members of the group After 7 to our program today to talk to us not only about the response to the single, but also their musical career, their new album, Timeless, and what it's been like for them to share with all of you. We have Kevon as well as Jason on with us. They're going to talk to us not only about this journey for them, but also what it's been like for them to be out meeting you all and, of course, to see the response to the music. Guys, hello to you and welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Thank you. How are you?
Hey, doing really good. Glad to have the two of you on with us, and we may have actually Keith joining us a little bit later. Kevon, I want to start with you, though, about the music, because one of the things when we first announced on Monday about, of course, After 7 being our Artist of the Week, people were so excited on the radio side of the show to hear about the new music and to be able to, of course, to be able to go now on their favorite online retailer and to be able to purchase the music. What has it been like for you already to see the response to this single and the album Timeless?
Wow, it's an exciting, I think process for us. This is actually our third. This will make our fourth single, but the response for this particular one has been rather immediate, more so than everything else that we've done so far. So I don't know if that is a combination of just us building momentum after being in the marketplace for the last a year and a half, or whether it speaks to just how unique or perhaps refreshing this particular track is. We're not really sure, but we appreciate it all. It feels great. Feels great to have our music for people to dive in. I will say this. I think when I first got out here on the road and kind of did a little circuit around the country. Some of these radio stations in the Midwest, I will say that this was one song that a lot of people tended to gravitate to out the box. So maybe there's something really special about it, and we hope so, because we just want to continue to try to ride this wave, if you will.
Right. Jason, to that point, I do believe one of the things that definitely, especially this summer, has helped has been the release of that video that you all released in July. I mean, what was it like for you to see the response to the video, especially online, and how people were responding to it?
That was a little shocking, actually. You never really know what to expect when you release a visual asset like that around an album. We wanted to shoot a good video that portrayed the one thing that means the most to us, which is family. And the concept itself can sometimes be a little corny, and people disagreed. They thought it was refreshing. A lot of the comments were really nice. People were saying it's good to see families sticking together and working together and coming together after all the years of, living, kind of separate lives and, having their own careers and their own focuses. But the fact that, at this time is a good time, not only because of the state of the world and where things are at and the state of the music industry and where it's at currently, that, something like family and the concept of being family and working together can still kind of, be meaningful to people. It was a really, really good response. It meant a lot to us that it meant so much to other people.
Right. We actually have Keith that has joined us as well. Keith, we welcome you to our program. We're talking to the guys about not only the response to the project Timeless, but also, of course, the single Too Late. I want to go back to you, Keith, with the project. I mean, when you kind of think about what After 7 has been able to mean for people as far as music goes, what has it been like for you to see the response to this new project?
Well, I think it's, for all of us, I think we feel wholeheartedly that God's hand has been deeply involved in the antlers that pulled the project together, that chose the songs and the songs that they wrote. I mean, us being able to come together over a period of months that happened like a whirlwind without any plan, without any foresight as to how it was going to happen. And here we sit 2 years later with an impact of an album that, you know, we didn't like plan and didn't push for, didn't really dream for. And so we recognize that God's hand is so deeply implanted on it that it blows us away every day. But it blows you away to the point to where you know that God's hand is on every aspect of what we've done. The things that may have looked like it was not so good turn out to be the best thing that could ever happen. I mean, we've had some disastrous things that you would think would be a disaster, but it turns out to be it couldn't have happened any other way. So it's a blessing, it's a privilege, but honestly, we know where it comes from, and but we do, you know, thank, you know, the people who made this music, which is Babyface and Daryl Simmons, and their commitment to doing the excellence that they do, and brought the family aspect of this out in that album. You know, I mean, again, that wasn't planned. That just happened. Too late just happened. So again, I just can't echo it enough that, you know, I'm blown away. I'm sure all of us are blown away at the success of it and the impact at radio and with fan bases as we're traveling around the country doing the live shows.
Right, and I think that means so much to the fans to know. Kevon, I want to go back to you with something that Jason mentioned, and that is the state of where music is today. And I think as I've talked to different groups on this program, we had Jagged Edge on recently, and one of the things that we talked to them about was about the changing landscape of music from the time they've gone from project to project. What do you think has been the key to After 7 being able to have the longevity? Because not only, of course, are you all getting the appropriate buzz for this project Timeless, but even, you know, music before now, I mean, people are still enjoying it. What do you think has made After 7 stand out when so many other groups have come and gone?
Wow. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that I think we stay true to what we know as R&B music, and I think that's really the center stone, if you will. That is the main thing that we stand on, or the foundation that we stood on from the beginning until today. We're not trying to replicate anything or anyone. It's just the music that we know to be true R&B. Songs that we sing songs. Basically, we feel like we're storytellers, and we tell a story through song about love, life, and relationships. And that's always relevant in some form or fashion, depending upon who you are and what you may or may not be going through. But the vehicle in which we deliver it is always R&B, respectfully so, with regards to how we say it, how we speak about or sing about romance and the things that oftentimes I think kind of get overlooked, you know. As far as the changing landscape of music, it's done a lot of different things from the time that we started.
Right.
And I think the thing is it's a good thing to come back to something that hasn't been around for a while. I think we stay true to it, and I think that's really the difference. We stay true to what has been our sound of After 7. The way we deliver it, the fact that we've been able to evolve to some degree. I mean, not a lot with regards to when I say that evolve is that we've brought Jason in, but Jason has been a part of this for quite some time on a live from a live standpoint. But to involve him in the actual recording process was something that is just a slight little twist, but it's still family. It still feels After 7, and I think that the staying power is in staying true to who we are.
Gotcha. And, Jason, we're going to talk to you about that edition. For those who are just tuning in, though, here on the radio side or online, you're listening to Conversations Live. We're excited to welcome the guys of After 7 to our program that you just heard there from Kevon. We also have Keith and Jason joining us as well. We're talking with them not only about, of course, the success they've been able to have as a group, but also the latest project, Timeless, that spawned the single that you all have been hearing here on our broadcast, That Being Too Late. We're going to be playing that single for you guys a little bit later and reminding you how you can get it for yourself. Jason, I think it was set up perfectly for us to go back to you. I mean, I want to talk about the live performance for a moment, because that's one of the things that you all have been known for being able to do, is to be able to give a good show. What has that experience been like for you to be out among the fans, to be able to feel the energy of the crowd as you all are performing?
That's the reward. That's the reason why most entertainers entertain, is because it's the moment of connectivity between you and the audience. Got some interference there. Sorry about that. So, being on stage, performing these songs, these are songs that, were successful before I became a part of it. So to be standing there and singing these songs, and especially that they were sang, by my family members, by my uncle and my father, and Keith is also very, very much like a family member. It's a surreal experience, and then to see the people react to it the way they do, sometimes well, like I said, it's the reward, man. I can't put it any better than that.
Yes. Keith, to go to you with that point, I think, for a lot of people, and Jason makes an interesting point that, unfortunately, I don't think people are able to see their favorite artists perform enough. I think a lot of them rely these days, especially because of technology, on being able to release music online and kind of letting the music go that way. What has it been like for you over the years, Keith, to be able to see the way the audience has changed in the respect of the generations you all are able to meet now as you're going out, to realize that, not only, of course, are you reaching those who have been with you guys from the 90s, but also bringing in their children, and even those who were older. What has that part been like for you?
Well, the relationship, I guess, between perception of what they see and what we do, it's only what we do, but I think what we do is what entertainers do, and we try to captivate you while you're with us for those 60 minutes or whatever. We want to captivate you with a visual presence, and we want to capture you with our audio presence. And we've seen ourselves grow from guys who were on the Chitlin circuit in a club, learning how to get in front of an audience and be relaxed and get comfortable, and we developed over the years to the point to where now we're comfortable, we have fun, and we enjoy it, and we like to think that, we were able to connect with audiences. So it's been a huge growth, but I'm sure youth who see it are somewhat taken for a minute, and I think audiences, as we are going around the country, see it, and they're forced to kind of look at it because they don't see it much anymore. And we grew up on R&B vocal group performances. That's what brought us into this business. And so that's what we know, that's what we emulate, that's what we do. And I do believe that even though younger audiences haven't seen it, I think they appreciate the precision and the honesty in the performance, that we give everything that we have to give. So even though you may not have seen it, I think it's respected and appreciated, even when it's a younger audience, and especially in the more mature audiences that we've cultivated over the years.
Right. Kevon, I want to go back to you and talk about the ways that, of course, the industry has changed, and then we're going to be listening to the single Too Late. Of course, one of the big things that has happened, over the years has been the rise of social media. And I think, for a lot of people, I noticed for us, of course, here on the radio side, when we're playing music or anything like that, we're always tagging the artist so that people can be able to follow them on Twitter or Facebook or wherever it might be. Have you found that, to the point that Keith was making, that also using those platforms has helped to introduce you all to a younger audience that really is driving, those platforms?
Absolutely. I mean, it's a vehicle that we have slowly began to utilize, but we recognize the value in terms of social media, how much radio. I mean, it's not just radio. Everybody, you can talk about communication, period, whether that's a television news network. Everybody relies on the social media platforms. It's a great indicator. It's a tell-all as to who you're playing into, who you're reaching at all times, because it is very static. People are on it constantly, and checking, engaging. It allows you to get a sense of how well you're impacting or who you're reaching, and oftentimes in real time. None of this existed before 20 years ago. If you had call-out research going on at the radio station, that was actually a telephone call. Did you like the record? What do you think? But now they have social media, which has almost eliminated that part of the process of people becoming informed as to what's hot, what's going on. So for us, it's a new animal, but we're learning all the time. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, we're in here getting at it, figuring out what needs to be done, where it needs to be done, and it's turned out to be a wonderful tool in that respect. With regards to business, it's an outstanding tool, quite honestly.
Right. Keith, I want to go back to you for a moment before we listen to Too Late and ask this question, because I thought about it as Kevon was talking, and that is about the amount of time that had passed. Because as he mentioned, 20 years ago, and I think and that's what made me think about this question, is because it's been that long since the last project. When you think about when you all released, Timeless. Was there any? I don't want to call it fear, but was there any apprehension of what the response would be like because of the gap in the amount of time since the last release?
Don't use any profanity, Keith. Don't.
Yeah. I don't think there was any kind of reluctance like that. I think that, we put our faith in God. We know the talent and the success of Babyface in L.A. We know the chemistry that has happened over the years that created the great songs that we have been able to, be a party of. We rely on those experiences. We rely on that energy and that synergy. And that's where our faith is. That's where our trust is. And so the fear part of it, there can be no fear. With the brand that we had set previously, with the success of our music, we were settled with. So if we were left with that, we're walking away with a great legacy of a body of work that we had already produced before 2015. So
right.
Even though it was something new and it presented a challenge, the challenges were almost a part of the ability to have the success to do what we did because we were blind. And being blind helps you keep your ambitions high.
Right.
And it keeps your ambitions high and your anxieties low. You see what I'm saying? We're relying on what we know and the experiences that we've had. So, no.
Okay, this is Kevon. I'd kind of like to speak to that as well.
Sure.
I will say for me personally, there was a degree of apprehension. What Keith speaks to, there's a great deal of truth in what he is saying too. But there's also a piece of just knowing that you have been away for 20 years. To come back and create something or recreate something after being gone for 20 years, that's a big question mark. Who knows how it's going to turn out? Is what you're creating or what you think you're about to create going to stand next to the good work that you've laid down before? And it was always a question for me in my mind, because too I knew that we would never record without my brother Melvin. So there was a lot of little factors that I think had to be considered, had to be weighed before we stepped into this. But once everyone had decided, hey, we were on, then it was take the chains off, let's go. But prior to then, I wasn't all the way there. There was a degree of apprehension, and I think rightfully so.
Yeah. I love the fact that both of you speak to the fact that, of course, knowing what you all had to offer, and I think that says a lot about anyone that has a history, is that people have when you have a track record, people know what they can expect from you. So I think, if anything, the fans were definitely eager for what was coming out next, and I think you all definitely satisfied that eagerness with Timeless. For those who have not had a chance to hear it, here is Too Late, I think an appropriate song for this conversation we're having today. We'll be back with our final moments with the guys of After 7 right after this.
There was a time when you would have died if I told you the truth, but I couldn't find the words to say. I tried to lessen your hurt, and that's a lesson I've learned. And I'm so afraid that it's too late, too late. And now I think it's too late to rewind, too late to worry. And now I think it's too late. I'll keep it real with you from this point on and on and on. I know I've wasted too much time trying to find if the sun shines brighter on the other side. So tired, but I can't hide no more, no more. And that's a lesson I've learned, and I'm so afraid that it's too late. Don't worry, oh baby, you know
That, again, was Too Late by the group After 7. That's right now. Our friends at Amazon.com or through your favorite online retailer, whatever that might be. Amazon is our partner here. But we've been talking to Kevon, also Keith and Jason of the group After 7, not only about their musical journey, but also what it's been like for them to share that with all of you. And there's a lot more to come for sure. So, Kevon, let our audience know, how can they stay connected with the group and kind of keep up with the updates?
Well, you can find us at our website at www.after7music.com, or you can find us on all the social media platforms at After7Music. That's the easiest way, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're working hard to continue to have a presence there so that people do know how to reach us and, figure out where it is we're going to be, the next city that we're going to be in, if you want to try to catch a live performance. But we're doing everything that we can to stay connected to our fan base, those who have been faithful and know our music, and to those who are whose interest we've piqued and they've become curious about who this group is and what is this new sound. This new sound is not a new sound; it's just new to you. But we welcome anybody who has an appreciation for what they're hearing at radio right now today in After 7's music.
All right, so After7music.com. Make sure you all are staying connected. Kevon, Jason, Keith, thank you all so much for the time today. I really appreciate it, and looking forward to having you all back on the program again soon.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks so much, Cyrus. We appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
You're more than welcome. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Make sure you take out time to enjoy some good music as well as a great book. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live today. You will make it a great one.